Hey everybody, welcome back. This is another episode of Bill's Take. If you want to get at me, hit me up on Twitter at superstar48198. Any questions about anything, hit me up at superstar48198 at gmail.com. And in the subject line of your email, put Bill's Take and then ask your question. So far I've been getting pretty good responses via email and working on getting the views of people to see my videos, but I'm not giving up on that, so we'll just let the word get out the old-fashioned way, because no credit card, no PayPal. I don't have that kind of money to be able to do like some of the others do on here. So, a guy named Connor from Cheyenne, Wyoming wrote me, what is my take on the military situation in Afghanistan and standoff with North Korea, the possible looming U.S. intervention in Iran and Syria. Well, and he also wrote about, well, what is my take on the events of Iraq from the 03 evasion. Sorry. Well, I'll break it down like this. Afghanistan, gotta remember that they were hiding Osama bin Laden, who committed perhaps the most heinous act in history, the worst mass murderer ever, in my opinion, and the worst mass murder he's responsible for, of course, the 9/11 attacks. We don't need to go into that here, so yeah, we were right to go into there. Iraq, good idea, but wrong time to do so. I debated with somebody yesterday who is a Vietnam veteran of the U.S. Air Force, that he agreed with me that we should not have invaded Iraq in '03, left that alone, and focused on Afghanistan and North Korea. I know it's geologically hard to do, but it's not impossible, because if North Korea could get their missiles right instead of fucking landing in the Sea of Japan, that's a bigger threat than Iraq was. They got the nuclear capability. I know it's a bad habit I picked up, but I'm trying to quit. But it's like, who's to say, because North Korea is so cash strapped right now, that maybe an Al Qaeda or somebody come up to them and offer them like $1 billion or so for a couple of nukes that they could put in fucking briefcases and detonate them in, let's say, London, Tokyo, Washington, D.C., or New York City or something. Who's to say that couldn't happen, you know? Iraq, not an issue. Iran is a little sketchy because they're doing a lot of rhetoric, a lot of talking, saying 1 minute that their nuclear program is for peaceful purposes, but they got oil. In some respects, I can understand trying to save the oil and sell it on the market, but at the same time they're sitting there talking about wanting to wipe off Israel off the face of the earth. It's just a contradiction, and I'm kind of on the fence with that. So it's like I don't know. And with them and Israel possibly facing off sometime in the next few months, according to sites like Alex Jones, his website, his prison his Prison Earth website. I might be wrong on that. Or go to alexjones.com. Greenwave.com is another good source for finding out the truth, as I would say. Syria, I'm very worried about the fact of you got them threatening either them doing it or the mujahideen that's coming over from Turkey and Lebanon and other parts of the Middle East, or the government themselves wanting to release chemical weapons on the rebels and civilians if it comes down to it, with the U.S. getting involved. You got the Russian, one of their Navy fleets in the region right now. Just hope and pray that it doesn't come to that where World War III would actually physically start in Syria. It's just that Russia tries to claim that they're free and for democracy, but yet put the Pussy Riot in prison for 2 years for doing what they did, and so forth, and warning the U.S., oh, if you step in, we're gonna attack you. So I guess according to the Russians and the Chinese governments, there's no wrong being done with like 250 people being shot and piled up in the house and having hand grenades thrown in there, so that people as young as 3 months old could get their body parts blown to shreds or something like that. It's crazy. What we need to do as a country is to get back our military strength up, because when Reagan was in office, it was high. We had a lot of military personnel. From when Clinton went into office on down to now, our military strength, as far as people in the military, have dropped tremendously. And as I have said on another video, we got all these kids running around the U.S., young kids that are like 200-300 pounds at 9 and 10 years old. I'm 37 years old. I weigh 170 pounds. And if I was able to physically, I would have been in the military a long time ago myself. But they don't take someone with bad knees and scoliosis in the back, so go figure. But anyways, that's what we need to do, and I will discuss further about that in the upcoming video about kids in America today and what we can do to help. But since we're on the subject, so it's just we need to strengthen our military, back off of a few places a little bit. And with Iraq, in my closing statement here, we should, by all rights, since we tore it all to shreds with our bombs and depleted uranium shells, should go back in there and rebuild it, but not in the old image of how Saddam Hussein's Iraq ran, but in the 21st century rebuilding of the country and so forth. Well, anyways, hit me up at superstar48198 on Twitter. Email is the same thing at gmail.com. And when you email me, put in the subject line "Bill's Take" and your question, and I'll go from there and reply. And also any comments that you have, I will answer them. I won't delete them at all. And I want to say thanks, and I appreciate the gentleman that posted a video which was kick-ass on my take about the Obama administration on here. So I love the artwork. It was really awesome, and let's keep this going. Have a good day.